So it seems like Donald Trump has officially entered the I don't give a fuck stage of his fascism. I'm sure you heard, but he just officially accepted a $400 million luxury jet airplane from the nation of Qatar. This luxury jet is first going to be used as Air Force One, which just reeks of security risks. And after Trump's done using it as Air Force One, it's going to be given to Trump's Presidential Library Foundation. If Trump ends up completely ignoring the Foreign Emoluments Clause, which is a clause in the Constitution, Article 1, Section 9, Clause 8 of the Constitution was founded to prevent foreign influence and bribery. And the clause states, "No title of nobility shall be granted by the United States, and no person holding any office of profit or trust under them shall, without the consent of the Congress, except of any present emolument, office, or title of any kind whatever from any king, prince, or foreign state." If you hear anybody say that Trump accepting a $400 million luxury jet does not violate this clause of the Constitution, you should kindly tell them to shut the hell up, because this is the most clear violation of this clause that I've ever seen. And if you zoom out a little bit, this is the most clear violation of the Constitution in general by a US president in our lifetime. And as you may know, there is a way for Trump to accept the gift legally, but it has to be approved through Congress. The US government can accept gifts as long as it gets congressional approval. I've seen a lot of debate over this topic online, and many people are referencing the Statue of Liberty and how that was a huge gift by the French to the US government. And many MAGA commentators are using that as an example to defend Donald Trump accepting a gift, because they're like, hey, because look, the Statue of Liberty was a gift. But they fail to realize, and they could learn if they just did a quick Google search, that the Statue of Liberty was accepted by the US government, but it got congressional approval. Congress voted on whether to accept the gift or to deny it. That's a very important fact. Even if Trump does follow the Constitution here and gets Congress to vote on this gift, I still think it's a national security risk, right? The nation of Qatar isn't exactly on the correct side of history when it comes to human rights. Women are second-class citizens in Qatar, and Qatar's government, along with its proxies throughout the Middle East, fund terrorists throughout the region. So even if Congress voted to approve this gift, I see it as a major security risk. That plane is going to be bugged to the max. There's no doubt. And if you zoomed out even further from the US politics side of this, would you trust a nation like Qatar, which violates human rights every day and treats women like second-class citizens, in providing the President of the United States a vessel in which he travels the world? And to me, it doesn't sound like America first when the President of the United States is using a foreign government's gift to update Air Force One, to upgrade the president's airplane, because Trump just announced multi-billion-dollar contracts for Boeing. A large Boeing airplane is expensive to make. He could have used American workers. He could have used manufacturers here in America to create that plane. It would have created jobs, helped the local economy, and more. But no, he's choosing to accept a gift, a bribery from the nation of Qatar. That's what this is. That was the entire point of the Emoluments Clause in the first place, was to prevent this from happening, because now the Qatari government is going to expect something in return. That is how this works. Trump's personal family business already has major business deals in nations like Saudi Arabia, Oman, and others throughout the Middle East. Now Qatar looks like it could be the next place that Trump builds a luxury 80-story hotel in his name. But the corruption here is so obvious. So this is Trump's response. He said, "So the fact that the Defense Department is getting a gift free of charge of a 747 aircraft to replace the 40-year-old Air Force One temporarily in a very public and transparent transaction so bothers the crooked Democrats that they insist that we pay top dollar for the plane. Anybody can do that. The Dems are world-class losers. Make America great again." Trump's response to the pushback is, who wouldn't accept this gift? Anyone who wants to follow the Constitution. You know who wouldn't accept this gift? Every president that came before him, because they would be impeached immediately, because this is the most clear violation of the Constitution that I've ever seen. The Air Force One plane needs to be the most safe and secure piece of technology that we have. It's the airplane that the president travels in. We can't get this plane from a foreign nation. It has to be built here. It has to be made here. That only makes sense. That would be America first, Donald. This is the most obvious form of corruption. Receiving a $400 million gift from a foreign nation, you expect something in return. But I will say, if it goes to Congress to be voted on and they vote in favor of it, then so be it. But that needs to happen first. This gift needs to get congressional approval. And if it doesn't, and Trump still accepts the gift, just add it to the list of the 100 times in which Donald Trump has violated the Constitution during his presidency. Republicans claim to be the pro-Constitution party. They claim to be the America First party. If Republicans don't come out and condemn this, each of them should be removed from office. They should be impeached. And they can march their happy asses all the way back to whatever yeehaw county they represent.